The moment is now. Are you ready? Ready to own the land, air and seas? Will the world ever know your name? Play Armis, a high strategy board game.
Welcome to Let's Play Armis. Today we're playing Armis on a website called Key Games, which is spelled QI Games. Anyway, it's a site that I came across in doing a Google search for Armis game, and I thought it was a little bit odd because we never uploaded to this particular site, so apparently this site hacked or received the game without permission. But in any event, doesn't matter. All is fun. Let's play. Alright, we'll set up. And let's see if we can get a little bit of a different setup going today. We know we have to have the flag in a corner. The reserve has to be next to or in front of the flag. The mover has to be 1 or 2 spaces away from coastal waters, and the rest has to be filled in so that the pieces are next to one another without leaving any holes. So we're going to try to do that. Try to make it a little bit artistic. See if it works. Alright, it did work. Fantastic. And it looks like the computer has not chosen the switchboard positions, so it will go first. Okay. With this particular setup, I get to put in my Coast Guard, and then without having to go back, I can just go and put the aircraft carrier in coastal waters and be very close to having it in deep waters. Well, let me just take a look at what this guy is doing all the way over here. 1, 2, 3. Alright, I can't do anything there. 1, 2, 3. He's out of range of my Marine. He's out of range. He's not out of range of my helicopter, and I can't do anything with my jet. If he takes this, then I can take him with this. If he takes anything in this area, then I can take him with my Marine right here. Okay, so I'm not going to worry too much right now. Let me just try to get this aircraft carrier going over here. Okay, now my Coast Guard is in range of his Marine, and my Marine is covering my Coast Guard, so that should result in him running, which is exactly what happened, which is a pretty good thing. Now he's got all his forces in the expanse. A lot of power is located over here, so I should expect him to come down in this region with a lot of strength. But I'm going to take a little gamble and try to go in this direction and see what happens. Of course, my intent is to get his flag, but at the same time I have to watch out for him coming down in here just like that. I didn't expect that. I really didn't. My helicopter can take him, and then my Marine is still covering. So I really didn't expect that. But he has his president to come down. Well, I didn't expect that. But regardless, let's do that. Now, my media is covered by my army. So now, since he didn't do any more carnage, I'll have to just accept that that was not a good move on the computer's part. Okay, if I take his vice president with my... Oh, I'm out of range. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm out of range. Alright, his Marine 1, 2, 3 is covering his army. So I can't do much in that direction. If I go here, yes, if I go here, that gets me closer to his flag and being out of range of his Marine as well as his army. So that I think, nope, that's not a good, yeah, that I think is a good move. Right here. It's also out of range of his vice president. But I want to try to take his vice president on the next move. Alright, by him moving his nuke, now his army can go 1, 2 and cover. So that makes it a little bit rough for me in that regard. Let me try to move that that Marine out of the way if I could. No, I can't, because I'm pretty sure. Alright, let's see, do I have... See, what I was thinking, if I move my Coast Guard to this space here, then... But if I do that, his Marine can go 1, 2, 3 here, and when he does that, then he has 2 pieces taking my 1 piece, and I would end up having to use my Marine to cover, and I would end up on the losing end of that. So that's not a good move. Let's see. My jet is already lost. Okay. Okay, so now with his president over here, he's able to take this piece, and then I can still do something over there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. What is covering? Alright, my Marine is covering here. This is covering that. That's good enough for me. Alright, so that... Alright, so now with that, I'm just going to... Right now, my aircraft carrier is being used as a bridge from land to land for my president to go straight across. If his president was on the other side, it would not be able to do that same move, because that's not his own friendly, so he wouldn't be able to do that. Okay, I did expect that. And I did say that if he did do that, then I would come over here and just take the sacrifice if he chooses to do something else, which I doubt because my Marine is still covering. But we'll see. Okay. So he's still making an offensive. He's trying to come down. And so now in pulling my army over here, my Marine is covering my army as well as my helicopter. So that should make him back off because everybody's covered. And at the same time, my army is putting on an offensive or a threat on him. Now, with this piece here, my helicopter is unable to land in order to take his Marine. But it can go 4 spaces, so it can go 1, 2, 3, 4, and take out his aircraft carrier that's currently on land. If that happens, more than likely he'll use his army to, well, no, he might not, or should I say he shouldn't, but he might use his army to take my helicopter. If he does, then I'll be able to use my Marine to take his army, and then his Marine, 1, 2, 3, oh, his Marine would be able to take that. But that would bring his Marine further down into here, which is not something that I want, but I did want him to run away. The question is it worth it? And if he uses his army to do that move, then it would be worth it. If he uses his Marine to do that move, to take my jet, then it would not be worth it, because at that point everybody's covered down here, and then I'll have to be the one backing up. If I use my president to take his jet, then he can use his helicopter to take my president, and then I can take his helicopter. Then his army is 1, 2, not in range of coverage, and so I would have cleaned out these 2 pieces for my one president, which is actually worth it to me, because I still have my vice president down here, which will end up becoming the president if I should lose my president over here. So I think that might be my best bet. Let's try that, see what happens. Okay, now I'm directly threatening his army, but I gotta watch out because I don't want to lose my Marine. But now I have my president down here, which I can start coming towards the expanse. Interesting move. I wouldn't say it's a good one, but it's an interesting one. Alright, his reserve is still covered by his president, because if I take his flag, then his reserve is sacrificed, and then he just comes right down and takes my Marine, and his flag is still there. But I'm going to see if I can come down here to the eastern corridor and then come back in this direction. I might need 2 pieces in order to capture the flag. Okay, he used this president. I don't think that was a good move. He used this president to take my helicopter, I'll use my army to take his president. He'll likely use his marine to take my army, and then I'll use my marine to take his marine. So in that way, I don't think it would have been a good move, but let's see where it goes. Alright, he didn't take that particular bait, which is cool. 3. Now he moved his nuke. I have my child. Do I still have my diplomat? Yes, I have my diplomat. Both of which can take out his nuke. My diplomat is immune from military action. So if he doesn't have his president or vice president, which he doesn't, then my diplomat will be able to just go on down and take out his nuke unopposed. Okay, he's making it much easier for me to get down there to get his flag. Let's see what I can do here. Okay, he's still within range, although he's in range of my marine, he's also in range of his own flag. So even though he's qualified to be able to detonate his nuke, because he's too close to his own flag, he cannot detonate the flag. I mean, detonate the nuke, because then it would cause friendly fire on his own flag, which is against the rule. So if I use my marine to take his reserve, then the next move that I make should end the game, because this flag is only able to move one space. That ends it. Thanks for watching.